Hello everyone, my name is Michelle, and today we're going to be talking about how to convert between radians and degrees. So first we're going to have two formulas. Our first formula is if you have degrees and you want to change it to radians. So radians will equal degrees, which is what you start with, times pi over 180 degrees. So if you are given radians and you want to turn it into degrees, you're going to use this. So degrees, so our result will equal radians, which is the given, times 180 degrees over pi. And so what happens in these formulas is the numerator and denominator are going to cancel out either the degrees or the radians. So in this top formula, the degrees of the 180 and this will cancel out. And on the bottom formula, the pi and the pi here will cancel out. So you'll just be left with, for the top formula, radians, and for the bottom, degrees. So let's do some examples. Example A, we have 45 degrees and we want to turn it into radians. So if you're familiar at all with the unit circle, this is going to be super easy. But if you've never seen the unit circle before, that's okay. You can use the formulas I just talked about earlier to convert this degrees into radians. So what we're going to do is, we have 45 degrees. We're going to multiply it by pi over 180 degrees. The degrees in the numerator and denominator are going to cancel out, and we're going to be left with 45 pi over 180. And now we're just going to simplify. So 45 pi over 180 is going to simplify to, so if we divide the top and the bottom by 45, we're going to get pi over 4. And that is our answer. 45 degrees equals pi over 4. Next, we have 180 degrees. You might also be familiar with this one, but we're still going to work it out. So we have 180 degrees times pi over 180 degrees. And you might notice that this 180 degrees and this 180 degrees cancel out because one is in the numerator and the other is denominator. And what we will be left with is pi. So that's our answer. 180 degrees equals pi. Next, on to 23 degrees. We're going to do the same thing. 23 degrees times pi over 180 degrees. The degrees are going to cancel out, and we're going to be left with 23 pi over 180. And since we can't simplify any further, that is our answer. So 23 degrees equals 23 pi over 180. So next, example D, 155 degrees. Once again, we're going to take 155 degrees, multiply it by pi over 180 degrees. The degrees are going to cancel out, and we will be left with 155 pi over 180. We can simplify, and if we divide the top and the bottom by 5, 155 divided by 5 equals 31 pi over 180 divided by 5, which is 36. And that's our answer. So 155 degrees equals 31 pi over 36. Next, moving on to converting radians to degrees. Example E, we have pi over 6. Again, this is a very important angle in the unit circle, so you might already know this. But let's use the formula to convert it. So we're going to take pi over 6 times 180 degrees over pi. These two pi's are going to cancel out, and we will be left with 180 degrees over 6, which will simplify into 30 degrees. And that's our answer. Pi over 6 equals 30 degrees. Next, we have 2 pi, another important angle in the unit circle. So we have 2 pi times 180 degrees over pi. Pi's will cancel out, and we'll be left with 2 times 180 degrees, which is 360 degrees, or a circle. So 2 pi equals 360 degrees. Next, we have 3 pi over 7. We're going to take 3 pi over 7, multiply by 180 degrees over pi. The pi's will cancel out, and we will be left with 3 times 180 degrees over 7. That is going to simplify to 540 degrees over 7. And we can't simplify any further, so that is our final answer. 3 pi over 7 equals 540 over 7 degrees. Alright, so finally, our last one, example H, 4 pi over 3 times 180 degrees over pi. Once again, the pi's will cancel out. We can also do some cross simplifying right here, where this 3 will become 1, because we divide by 3, and we'll divide 180 degrees by 3 as well, and that'll become 60 degrees. So then we're going to be left with 4 times 60 degrees, which equals 240 degrees. And that is our answer. 4 pi over 3 equals 240 degrees. So that's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for joining me in this lesson, and I hope you learned something today. Have a wonderful day.